Alright guys, very sweet here with one last video before we start actually going for shots. So I'm going to show you a few more advanced techniques, and we're going to put everything together. Okay, so first of the three things I'm going to show you is the knife cancel. So like I said, you're going to want to switch to tactical controls for this. So B is knife, and if you notice, if you knife, you can't shoot for a very long time. But if you remember, if you recall, the shock charge cancel was just shock charge Y. If you knife and do a shock charge cancel, you can shoot much faster. So look at the timing, pay attention here. Look, I can't shoot till then, but if I do it like this with the shock charge cancel, I can shoot much sooner. And so that's what you want to put in your shots. You don't want to just knife. You're going to want to knife and shock charge cancel, so you can have your stuff out and be ready to go faster. The next thing is the Insta swap, and it's just like what I just showed you with the knife, but instead of B, you're going to press Y. So you're going to switch weapons and then shock charge cancel. So once you start doing it faster, it's going to look like this. So you have this crossbow out, maybe you want to switch weapons. There you go. Very fast, much faster than just pressing Y. If you look how long this takes. Here's a regular, here's with shock charge. Alright, so you want to be able to maybe start putting this stuff in your 360s. So your timing down with the knives and the shock charge Insta swaps. And once you can do all that consistently, there's one last thing. It's the reload. You're just going to see a lot of people saying you got to get the reload at the end of the shot. It looks like that. And it's just the reload animation right after you shoot that shows no kill cam, and it looks really nice. So what you do, it's very simple. You just press X and shoot at the same time. That's what I do. And just like that. And as you can see, you're going to get the reload right after you shoot. It just takes some habit getting used to. Not hard to do at all. It's just hard to remember to do. So maybe before, the last thing you're going to do before you start going for people is making sure you can do all this off ledges. Jumping in a direction can be hard if you're playing stretch. So you're going to have to learn how to jump. I've actually adapted to where I start spinning with my right thumb like this when I jump off, and then I move my left thumb over like that. If that seems too complicated, you can jump and then just start spinning like that. It's really up to you. I'll do both again just so you can see real quick. If you want to be able to fit in a 1080 from like this ledge, you're gonna need to start spinning before you jump. So like this. That was a 1080. And then, you know, if you're just gonna want to start spinning, if you want to play stretch right away, like that. But notice before I jump every time I'm having to push forward my stick, so I actually jump off. And it's going to take some practice, guys, but just make sure you can jump off and spin and do whatever in the air while you're spinning. You know, none of that NSL stuff that's going to look like that. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing stuff that's like this. You know, you want to make sure you're doing it while you shoot and you're ending up right where you want each time. Okay, so maybe this, I'm going to do a knife and an Insta swap. I don't know. So knife, cancel, and Insta swap, cancel, 720, end right here. Okay, I ended up a little too far, but that's obviously why you're practicing. Right there. So we'll do it one more time, see if we can get it. Okay? And so you're going to want to practice that kind of stuff. You know, just make sure you're really familiar with all this. I used to do Insta swaps just like this, walking around over and over, by-wise while I'm playing. Just get really comfortable with all the controls you're going to do and all that kind of stuff, you know. And so once you're comfortable with all that, you know that you've got your timing down, you can jump and do whatever you want in a 360 or 720. You've got your 180s down, you can turn around. Once you're just overall comfortable with a 14 sensitivity, you know your spins, you know where you are in space, that's when you can finally start going for shots, which is going to, you know, bring up the next video. Alright, I'll see y'all guys next time. I really hope this helped. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them or clarify things. Alright, thanks again. I'll see you later.